when the oncologist said she may have 10 months, I was ready to try just about anything.
A year ago, I went in for ovarian cancer. They did surgery. They removed everything, my ovaries, the tubes, everything, my appendix. They did all kinds of biopsies in there. They must have done 20, 25 biopsies, and it all came back negative. In less than a year, my blood markers went up, and that's when they found something's going on, so they did another CAT scan, and that's when we found the cancer was back and had already grown to that size. The doctor said at that point that my cancer was rare, only 3% of people get this type of ovarian cancer, and that the cancer itself was chemo-resistant. He had called Sloan Kettering in New York, he called Texas, some doctors there, to see what the latest results would be. If they knew of anything new that he could try, he could try. This large mass up here was the original tumor. And then after the 6 weeks, it reduced itself to this little spot here. And now after another 6 weeks, it's down to an even smaller. You can hardly even see it on there anymore. So, I mean, this is, for me, this is proof that things are working.
Let's explain. Alkaline and acid. Neutral in the body is 7.365. The body works very hard to keep the blood at that slightly alkaline level. That's the ideal level. But the tissues are absorbing all of these oxidizing processes and becoming acidic. We want to bring the body out of acidity and into alkalinity, and we have a healthy body. Because cancer can't grow, deterioration in the body doesn't occur, and the body can detoxify easily, more easily, when it is alkaline. And I feel strongly that 95% of human disease is toxicity. Toxicity is responsible for cancers. Toxicity is responsible for heart disease. It's responsible for all vascular disease. It's responsible for all neurodegenerative diseases. And that starts, if you want to go from the top and the worst ones, of Alzheimer's disease and ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, to multiple sclerosis and to autism and to attention deficit disorder. All of those diseases have a commonality of toxicity in the body.
Initially, I became very ill, and I researched the holistic approach for a very serious infection, and I tried the Tyent water, and within a few days, my infection had totally disappeared, and I became much more invigorated. I had a lot of energy. Aside from having energy, the most important thing, I'm almost 90% pain-free, and that has helped me tremendously. And I'm a firm believer in cleansing the body, and I know we are, our bodies are ridden with toxins through the years, through the air, through the food we eat, pesticides and parasites, and I believe everybody would benefit.
My patients ask me about what they can do to improve their health. And one of the best things that I tell them they can do is to drink pure water. If you look around, it's very, and if you really look into purified water, it's very hard to find a really good pure water. Bottled water companies are completely inferior. But these water alkalizing systems are wonderful for detoxifying the body. The toxicity we come across in the air we breathe, in the water we drink, in the water we bathe in, all affect our health. And one of the best things we can do, and the most important thing we can do, is to drink alkaline water, because it flushes out the part of your body that's called the ground substance, or it's the matrix that all of your cells sit in. And that is where everything happens in your body, is in this ground substance. And the only thing that I have found that cleanses that is alkaline water. So I consider it one of the most important things a person can do for themselves and their family's health.
I've worked with hundreds of different supplements to try to accomplish alkalinity in patients' bodies, but what I have found to be most effective is the alkalized, energized, ionic water that is created by the Tyent hydration system. I believe that this water is the most effective and actually immediately effective, most powerful agent I've used thus far in alkalizing my patients, and I'm very grateful, and so are my patients, that I have these kind of tools to be able to work with.
When I found a product that was affordable, like the Tyent, and yet high quality, like the Tyent, I decided that it was worth the investment for me to find out for myself if I could have the kind of results that other people were having. And to my great pleasure, I experienced many wonderful medical, what I call miracles in my life. The reversal of my IBS symptoms that I'd had for over 3 years since my gallbladder surgery that left me almost homebound sometimes were completely reversed, to the degree that I now have a natural digestive tract that never gives me any problem. I used to have acid reflux that would keep me up at night or give me uncomfortable heartburn symptoms. I now have no acid reflux. I have no heartburn ever, despite what I eat, because I'm drinking the alkaline water, the Tyent water, that is such a natural part of my lifestyle now.
So from all reasons, you need fresh water out of your alkalinizer, which is your Tyent unit, and you get the best water that way.
Although I'm now retired as a senior partner from J.D. Power & Associates, I did head up the healthcare division, and we constantly looked at opportunities to pick the best in class. There was going to be an award given, a trophy, which I gave out many to in many different categories, for best alkaline antioxidant water. By far, I think Tyent would win hands down.
I started drinking it and I feel a lot better. I feel more youthful, and it takes a lot of the pains away, the aches and pains, arthritis and stuff like that. Allows us to jump around the stage and continue to be 15 the rest of our lives.
In my book, there's no simpler way to protect your health than just adding alkaline water to your diet.
I take every chance that I get to tell people about the importance of using alkaline water in their diet. I tell them about my Tyent machine and how pleased I am with it and the miracles that it's created in my life, just to give them an opportunity to think outside of the box of what we're told by the medical society of the only way that we can heal ourselves is through, pharmaceuticals and medicines. And I know that is not the complete truth. There are other natural ways, and the Tyent water is a perfect example of that.
I've turned other people on to the water, and of course they were a little skeptical at first because it seems too easy. It's just water. But it's not just water. It's water the way God intended water to be.
It's like you feel better all the time, not just a little bit, not just for a couple hours. It's an overall feeling of well-being.
I just feel so blessed that we were able to find the Tyent and have it work so well. The very first thing that we really tried to be successful.
And what's your quality of life worth?
Yeah.
It's worth trying.